Hello and welcome. ISMG 2050 Business Problem Solving Tools using Excel and Tableau. In this video, I will be introducing week one titled Creating a Worksheet and a Chart. As you can see on this week, it's structured with multiple sections, starting with the overview of the week. There's also few tips like consider this. Let's click on the overview first. There's few sections or few bullet points on this section where it kind of like outlines the learning objectives of this week. We're going to learn how to start an application. So basically, you'll be introduced for the first time on how to launch Excel and how to use Excel to solve a business problem or a business need or a business scenario for a company or a specific business. So we're going to learn how to start an application. We're going to also identify the different components of Office. We're going to learn the differences between worksheets and workbooks. We're also going to learn what's an active cell and how to enter text and numbers. What's the difference? We're also going to be introduced with few functions or built-in functions within Excel, like the sum and how to perform the sum and sum a range of cells as well. We're also going to learn how to use the fill handle feature. It's a great feature within Excel to copy contents from one location to another or to a cell of range or of a range of cells. We're also gonna be introduced to how to apply cell styles, which is also a very handy feature, especially when you want to attract your audience to your presentation. We're also gonna learn some of the formatting techniques to format cells and to format numbers. We're also going to be introduced with pie charts and how to design a pie chart. We're also going to learn how to rename a worksheet tab, color it as well, change document properties. We're going to learn how to preview and print and what are the different print options within a worksheet. We're also going to take advantage of the auto calculate area to display some statistics. Correct errors, great feature on a worksheet. We're also going to finally, take advantage of the help option within your Microsoft Office or Microsoft Excel. There's also a couple more tabs I want you guys to also pay attention to. Consider this is basically kind of like a series of questions that you're going to see this almost every module of this course. These are questions that came my way from previous sections of this course from students. Asking those type of questions. I just thought to jot those down and put it in this section so that way you get an idea. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can always ask. Okay, so pay attention, to this section as well. Read through it. There's also a few tips as well that can also help you throughout the assignments of this week. And you'll see this almost every other week or every module in this course. Now, what I wanted to point out is a couple more things. Before you start working on the assignments, please make sure that you read through the slides and do the practice project. And every single module of this course, you will have a PowerPoint slides or a set of PowerPoint slides, as well as an attached document. Now, let me just give you an example. Let me actually download, well, I already have it. So I have the PowerPoint slides in here. And again, it's always going to start with the learning objectives. You feel free to read through it. And there is always a project or a business need. Remember, this course is using tools to solve business problems. So every single module in this course, you'll be presented with a business need. So you can just, read through the slides to practice, apply, and learn. Okay. And the final product of this project is going to look like this, which you already have it attached to Canvas. Okay. Now, if you look at this, you're basically going to learn how to, create a title, a subtitle, apply some formatting, some coloring as well to the title and subtitle. There's also a few titles down here. There's a few numbers. You see, it's typed as 12,000, but Excel formatted it as a $sign with 2 decimal points. How can we do this? Okay. all of these techniques are explained in the PowerPoint slides. So spend some time, going through the PowerPoint slides as well as practicing this, okay? The same goes here. We only type 100, but Excel will format it as a number with 2 decimal points, okay? Now, we also have some built-in functions that we also taken advantage of it. We're calculating the sum on this cell by adding this to this. We're taking advantage of the sum function, okay? The same applies to here. We don't really need to apply the sum for every single cell. We're using what we call as a fill handle to copy or apply this function across a range of cells in here. Again, you're going to learn this on the PowerPoint slides. The same goes in this section as well, okay? Down here in line 19, we are calculating the net income by subtracting, this from this. So if you look at B6, that is B6. If you look at that's B6, and it's also named up here as well, from B17. This is cell B17. It's cell B17. It's also named up here. So B6 minus B17 will come up with the net income. And again, we don't do this. So again, you take advantage of the cell of the fill handle to copy this function across this or the range of cells here. Okay. So again, you're gonna learn all this in the PowerPoint slides. So my strong recommendation for you guys is to go through the PowerPoint slides, okay? Practice the assignment, okay? Before you start working, I'm sorry, practice the project, I meant, before you start working on the assignment for that week. Now, one more thing I wanted to point out as well, you guys want to make sure that you have Excel application installed, okay? You have Excel application installed. So if you go to the search bar and just type Excel, it should come up as an application in here. When you click on it, okay, like this, you will have this application or workbook or worksheet, you name it, as a standalone application. Like it's opened using Excel, not a browser. And I've seen this in the past where, few students, especially with those who have Mac, okay, whenever they open Excel, it opens itself up as a separate tab on this one, for example, okay? Now, if that's the case, what you're gonna need to do is to go on the first section of this course, okay? You go up here to week 0, there's link to install the Excel application. Go through the installations in here. And again, this is only applicable to the students who have Excel that attached itself to a browser. So it opens like a tab on a browser, okay? So if that's the case with yours, go here, click on the link, and just sign in with your CU Denver account. And I think I'm already signed in with my CU Denver account. Okay, yep. And then install and more, and go install Microsoft 365, and just go through the installation. I already have it. I'm not going to go through the installation. Just go ahead and install it, and it will install. Yeah, it will install the Office 365 suite, which Excel is actually a part of. Okay, so again, this only do this only if you have Excel opens up on a browser or attached itself to a browser. If it opens up like this, like as its standalone application, there's no browser attachment to it, you should be okay. You don't need to go through the installation process again. Okay, just make sure that you know this. Now, one last thing, again, I wanted to emphasize one more time on this one, okay? Just make sure, couple things, make sure that you read through these sections and make sure that you practice the project, go through the slides before you go into the assignment, okay? Before you start working on the assignment, okay? And of course, spend some time, reviewing this and reading this as well as the tips. Now, for the assignments, okay? This assignment has 2 sections or 2 worksheets, okay? Here's my recommendation to you. Every assignment will have at least 2 documents. One document, the Word document, will have the list of instructions. Let me actually download this. Let me close it. Let me just download it first. Okay. You download the list of instructions. Okay. Here's my instructions. Oops, do I have it already? I already have it already. That's okay. So download your list of instructions, number one. Okay, let me just minimize this a little bit here. And then I'm going to go back to my data file. So again, this one assignment, it's called 151, will have instructions and a data file. I'm going to click on the data file, download it as well, and open it. It's not this one. This is the practice project. It should be this one. Here we go. So you're going to go ahead and apply. So I have instructions in here, right? Every single instruction, I'm going to go ahead and apply the instructions that I see in here to this document, okay? Make sure you're not missing any of these points, okay? You have, how many instructions you have? You have 6, okay? I'm going to apply these instructions step by step to this document. When I'm done, I'm going to rename it to 151 in this case. Click enter, can save it as well. And then leave this guy open, leave it open. Once you're done, minimize it, and you can actually close this because I'm done with working on this. Okay, oops. Okay, then go back to the second assignment now. There's 2 dues for this week. Let's see if I can find it. The second week, or the second sheet is 1.5.2. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. Again, make sure that you work on the same data file. Do not attempt to recreate this from scratch. You're basically updating this Excel sheet with the instructions. So do not update, do not attempt to recreate this from scratch or create this from a blank document. Okay, just updating this one with what you have on the instructions. You're going to do the exact same thing for the second one. I have a list of instructions that I'm going to download. Open this guy up. Okay. Here's my instructions. And then I'm going to go ahead and download the data file. It's called Hello Mirror. I'm going to go ahead and download this one. Come on, there we go. Okay, open this guy up. And then read the instructions step by step. Okay, to update it. Here's my instructions. You're going to update it. So select cell A4. Use the new cell style rule to apply what you need to apply for this one. Okay, make sure that you do all of them. Okay, and once you're done, again, do not attempt to recreate this document from scratch. Okay, once you're done, you rename this to 152. 15.2, enter. And now, okay, now when it's time to submit the assignment, do not submit both of these files individually. What I want you guys to do is combine both of these worksheets in one workbook. So I've got 152, that's for the Hellimer. What I can do is, once I'm done with this one, I can go ahead and right click on this one, okay, move or copy to the first sheet, which is called the Dilton. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the end. Click OK. So if I switch back to the Dilton field, so I've got the first sheet, 151. I'm done with this one. That's the first assignment. I've got a second sheet, 152. This is the second assignment. I'm done with this one. Save it, rename the file with your first and last name, and upload it for grading. Okay, upload it for grading. So again, make sure that you have 2 sheets because this assignment is asking for there's 2 sheets or 2 submissions for this assignment. Again, you're only uploading as an individual workbook with 2 sheets. Okay, do not attempt to upload 2 individual files. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And of course, let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.